You have entered the Chronic's Rabbit Hole, and Jack, thank you so much for your Patreon membership request. You are bringing back down some Therian down the rabbit hole. Thank you so much. This is a 2-for-1 special of some of your favorite songs from Therian live at GOTHIC, and the 2 songs today are An Arrow from the Sun and Degiel.
Thank you so much, Jack. I'm really looking forward to this 2-for-1 special from Therian. Jack, thank you so much for bringing Therian down the rabbit hole. The first song we're going to be listening to is An Arrow from the Sun. I'm so excited for this. You did let us know that this is about the Hyperboreans, and the song is about the people beyond the North Wind. Gives me very Game of Thrones vibes, you know, the Icemen.
Beyond the ice wall, all
Beyond
that.
the ice wall,
Yep.
Everything. So I'm so excited to get into this one. And then the song following that is Deggial, I believe is called.
Yes.
And it is, Deggial is meaning Antichrist in Arabic and in the Islam faith.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to both of these songs and what they have in store for us. If you guys are as excited as we are, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronic's.
Jack, I hope you heal well. I know you're going through stuff right now, and I'm very excited to come back to this concert. This is the first time we got to see Therian live was at the GOTHIC, and they really did a lot for us once seeing that here, so I'm excited to see this group of people again. If y'all are excited, let us know in the comments below what your favorite song is out of these 2. All right, here we go.
Let's get into it.
I love this singer, Lori, and I love how melody driven this song is right off the bat, right? And like, but I just knew, because Jack, you're saying this is one of your favorite ones, is like there's gonna have to be some incredible guitar in this, and like just all these little fills that they're doing, they're gonna go the extra mile with this one.
They are. I love that they started with the melody, they've kept it through the entire way, and they just keep adding more layers to it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fantastic.
It's nice to be back to them.
It is.
Okay, so I'm just making sure that's to the next song because they were chanting it out, right?
Yeah, they're going Therion, Therion.
No, they're doing
Therion.
Deggial, Deggial.
Oh, were they?
That's what they were saying there because I think that must be like a natural transition with these two songs.
Cool. Must be.
What did you think about that one?
It was so well done.
Yeah.
I definitely sorry. It was so well done that it put me in almost like a trance like state
Right.
listening to it.
Yeah,
So
it was
there was
very
the-
repetitive, and they didn't like add
was.
like they did add obviously to the same melody, but like it never like progressed to a different type of melody.
No, and it stayed in that same melody all throughout. It put
Mhm.
you in a trance-like state with how beautiful the voices were, the switching between the male vocalist and then Lori
Oh my
back
gosh.
and forth like that was
Yes.
phenomenal.
Mhm.
They were talking about shooting an arrow into the sun, which is the title of the song. They also talked about getting like the story of the bride and groom with the people beyond that wall,
Right.
going into the what were they called, the something
The Hyperboreans.
Hyperboreans,
Yeah.
which so like these beyond the northern winds and stuff like that, and then having like that marriage. But then they were also talking about Sophia, which we know from another Therian song is wisdom
Yes.
and the spirit of wisdom.
The
So
goddess of
the
wisdom. or
gospel of
whatever.
wisdom.
Yeah.
And so there is a lot of different things happening within this song. I was trying to catch them, but the music itself is also just so
So
beautiful
catchy.
and so catchy.
Yeah.
And everyone was so clear in this one. We've had like this is from 2007, so this isn't a new video by any means.
No, but it sounds amazing.
But it sounds amazing. It's actually super high quality, so I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I agree.
I have heard some Therian songs in the past that haven't had the same quality that this recording
Crispness.
has, the crispness
Yeah.
of the live at Gothic.
Mhm.
And so it's just a whole other experience coming back to Therian, having this crispness to it, and then having such a trance-like song. You'll actually see when you are doing your editing that I had my eyes closed for that last
Right.
little bit.
Okay, nice.
Because it brought me into that trance state where I'm like, you know what, this is just great music, and I know I'm reacting to this and I'm gonna have to talk afterwards, but I just want to enjoy this because that's the kind of state that this song put me into.
What I also thought was really cool is, and this is at least how I interpreted this art, is they were in the back behind those kind of bars when they were singing, the guys.
They were.
So they were the ones to me that were from the north, and they
Beyond
were like
that ice
the ones
wall.
that sounded a little different than at least the beautiful
Mhm.
ladies in front of us there. So it gave that contrast where if they were all singing side by side, it wouldn't have gave that like differentness of the people that we were talking about here.
Absolutely.
So they did really good for me there, and the guitar work on that was incredible as well. And just how many people are performing with Therian, which they're like a band that has so many interchanging members and all that. And
They do. They have the feel of a super group.
yeah, absolutely. And I was about to go right back into it, huh?
I just need to blow my nose.
Oh, nice. Blow a nose sound first. Now we know how to say this song's name, Degiel, and this is the Antichrist in the Islamic Muslim faith. You ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm so excited for this one.
Okay, here we go, y'all. say this is such an infectious groove. Like, oh my god, I think anyone could love this. Like, this should be on every radio, and like to show what real metal has to offer for everyone. Like, I think anyone could take this in. And also, this is such mid 2000s in their look, and the gothic feel is just so perfect. I love how it looks, and this just gives me that vibe of the first time seeing them perform live on this, and it really, this is the pinnacle for what I think Therian sounds like so far that I've seen live for a concert.
Absolutely. This, like, live at Gothic is my favorite live performance of them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just amazing. I also have to point out that I've never seen a bassist play a bass with a pick before. So this is the first time I've seen that. Normally I always
the first time you noticed that, eh?
Yeah, playing like this with their fingers, but he was actually playing with a pick, like a guitar player.
Yeah.
And so that was just something that really stood out for me. I'm not a guitar player, I'm not a bass player, so when I see something that I've never seen before, it instantly stands out for me.
Right.
So that was something I need to shout the bassist out for, because this is super groovy. The bassist is super groovy.
Oh, that is so nice.
It's so nice. So I was paying attention to the bassist, especially when the camera zoomed right up onto him. And then I was like, wait a second. He's playing with a pick. I haven't seen that before. So I'm wondering if that technique, it helps change the way that his bass is sounding to give it that more groovy feel.
Marco from Nightwish does, right?
Oh,
that's why he has such a different style and all that. Like, you just haven't noticed it before, and that's cool that you noticed it.
But finally. I noticed it with this one.
Yeah. No worries.
So maybe I'm just learning more and more as I'm watching the guitarist play.
You're learning how to
their different techniques, and you
can eye in better now.
I'm eyeing it up better.
Yeah.
So like that was really cool. It stood out for me, and I think that added to a lot of this groovy feel that we're getting from this. I've also noticed that they keep saying like a god's name and then their children's name, son and daughter of Odessa, son and daughter of Sarah, given promise to these lands. So like what they're singing about is fantastic. Like, I'm loving the lyrics of this as well.
Probably has a lot of the stuff from the Quran in there then, right?
I think it does, but I actually don't know what's in the Quran, so I can't say yes or no on that.
Right. All right, that's fair enough. Also, because Jack, you're saying this is some of your favorite songs from them, it's really letting me know what type of metal you like, especially from them, because this is it's not like crazy heavy metal or anything. This is more rock metal in a way, with like some groovy metal. Like it's so much fun. All right. Yeah. That effect. I didn't expect that. Oh, yes. such a good breakdown. Are you kidding me? Oh, you just want to hear the next one too. That's when you've done it right, Jack. Thank you so much for this one. I love being able to hear the band 2 times in a row because these bands are still so new to you, like they're all so extravagant in their own ways. Like hearing it once, then you kind of like need that second song to like get used to it, to like hear it. And because we're not listening to this music outside of the channel as much, because we're trying to keep it as fresh as we can, and you guys keep giving us such intricate stuff to like just indulge in, and like those switch ups at the end with those guitar riffs, and like, but it still gives you enough repetitiveness so that you can get the riff at least once before it changes, so then you can at least headbang crazily to it the way you want to.
Absolutely. This has been phenomenal hearing Therian back to back like this, because you're right, when you first get into Therian, because there's so much happening and they have so many different people playing with them, it's like, okay, like we heard it, but like now we're digesting it, and then we get into the next one, and then it's like, oh my god, I'm just hit in the face again with what's happening on stage and how amazing it is. So you're able to digest it better almost the second time around. This song was fantastic.
Yeah.
I love, I love this song. And at first I thought it was Son of Odessa, but then I was listening again and I was like, no, it's like the sun in the desert.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So
yeah.
It was definitely different lyric entirely, which changes the entire meaning of the song.
Of course.
But it's still beautifully done, and I loved how they were talking about the plight of, well, in this case it is Muhammad, so he's going through the desert, he's walking through the desert. That was the prophet of the Quran. That's the only thing I know about the Quran, actually, is Muhammad walking through the desert. And so then when they were telling the story and getting through it, and then all of a sudden that change up happened.
Sure did. Oh my god.
And
yes.
oh my god, and it was crazy. And then they started talking about Degial, I believe,
the Antichrist.
The Antichrist,
yep.
And he was called the unbeliever, is what they were calling him in the lyrics.
Right.
It's like the unbeliever, the disbeliever, the one to sow disbelief, the one to sow doubt, the one to sow division.
Everything. Yeah.
And so I was like, having that breakdown and that really rapid, like the right, and it's like having just to have it going that fast and is raising your heart rate up. It's like, that is the sowing of division. That is the non-believer, the disbeliever, the one who's going to be putting doubt and everything into everything that you're doing. And that's essentially what I got from the lyrics of the song, and I thought it was fantastic the way they had that breakdown done.
For me, it was making me think of like the Antichrist gets 7-year reign, and like 3.5 of it is peace and safety, which was like the first half of the song, and then all hell broke loose once that change up happened there. And it even makes me just think of like Antichrist, which is Christ, but then like how much we worship the anti-hero now.
Yeah.
And like, because like at least in the Bible,
even with like Deadpool and stuff like that in
movies.
But
like in the Bible they talk about there'll be like a big Antichrist, but like there'll be a bunch of Antichrists as well.
Yeah.
And like even Stone Cold Steve Austin, and like there's just so many people that we now worship as an Antichrist, as a hero. Or anti-hero as a hero, because there's sometimes when the establishment is so bad that you need to have an anti-hero to take it down. But
it's like when you have that boss at work that you hate, and you need the anti-hero that then is the one who takes down the big bad boss, which was who Steve Austin was.
And he was taking down Vince McMahon, the big bad boss, right?
Yeah.
But, so like it's really interesting when you think of that, and that's why I think a lot of peace and safety comes from that first anti-hero, because his true means of what he wanted to do in power is not really the thing you're worried about. It's more, we need that revenge and something to be taken down, which is why I think Hitler was a good anti-hero for them, because he gave people a scapegoat. And then he brought them hell after, right?
Yeah, because that's how he got into Parliament, was by being the scapegoat.
He was their hero at first. Everything went into what they were learning at school.
He started peace and safety, got into power,
and
then was like, and now all hell breaks loose.
And now my true thing was actually to burn it down to the ground, and as much as I can with it.
I never even thought about it like that, but even when we were learning about World War II and everything, he started with, let me be your peace and safety.
He was in World War I, and he was a war hero, y'all. He was a war hero that survived it and made it through it, and went and joined a he didn't make the Nazis, he joined them, but that's why it's crazy, right? So that's why we love the music with Therian, because it makes you think so much about real stuff, as well as just like the fantasticalness of it, because I love my conspiracies as well. I love having fun. That's like, I mean, you can see the moon and the pyramid and all that. We're all about that stuff, so we like to talk about that stuff, but the music itself is just
that open conversation that starts with the music.
Yeah, but like I just love the music. I just didn't want to miss that, because I know you love this music yourself, Jack, and this, I can see why you love it, because it had the guitar moments too. I was waiting for this moment at the end of this song, like, where's this amazing guitar moment? Is it going to happen? And it did. So
and it did. Yeah. Absolutely. I love singing along to the melodies with this. These two songs were fantastic. Absolutely insane.
Yeah. Let us know if they're meant to be together in the comments below. And thank you so much, Jack, for this request. If you guys had a good time with us, you can hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. But we are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks.
Thank you all for being here with us, and thank you so much, Jack, for bringing Therian back down the rabbit hole. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care, and bye for now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.